A general approach of any safety standard is to identify and mitigate hazards. In ISO 26262, which is a conventional automotive functional safety standard, this is done using hazard and risk analysis, HARA. The idea here is to identify and mitigate risks in accordance with Automotive Safety Integrity Level requirements, ASIL requirements. This is a functional safety standard. What that means is all the faults that you deal with are inside the system. It's assumed that you know everything your system is supposed to do, meaning you have a perfect set of requirements, and that any failure of the system to perform must be due to some internal fault, for example, a hardware fault or a software defect. ISO 26262 gets you to the point where all the hazards have been mitigated, usually by invoking some sort of safety shutdown mechanism when things go wrong. That's the main idea when you have a conventional vehicle of what you need. However, once you have systems that have more advanced sensing of the external environment, you have two issues. The first issue is that it's not really possible to have a complete set of requirements. There will always be something in the real world you haven't seen before that might cause a problem. So you do not have complete requirements. The second problem is that even if your system is perfect and even if you have perfect requirements, the outside world might not cooperate in a way that lets you have perfect functionality. As a simple example, if you send out a radar pulse from a radar, that pulse might not come back if it by chance gets absorbed by something. Most of the pulses are supposed to come back, but every once in a while you'll miss one. That's not really a fault inside the system, but it's still a less than perfect operation characteristic that you need to deal with. Those types of faults are dealt with by SOTIF standards, SOTIF, Safety of the Intended Function. ISO 21448 is an automotive SOTIF standard. Its approach to dealing with these problems is to identify and mitigate unsafe scenarios. It looks for things called triggering events, which are situations that will cause the system to fail even though there's no internal fault. The approach is to break the scenario space up into 4 regions based on whether you know what's going to happen or you don't know, and whether it's unsafe or it's safe. The known unsafe scenarios, well, those are things you already have mitigations for. Known safe, that's not a problem, it's safe. Unknown safe areas are things you don't know about, but they don't matter because they're safe. The thing that really you need to pay attention to is the unknown unsafe scenarios. These are things where there's a triggering event that will cause an unsafe result, but your system has not been designed to mitigate that problem. A SOTIF-type approach iteratively identifies problems in the unknown unsafe area and mitigates them, driving the area of that part of the space smaller and smaller to the point at which you can say the residual risk, in other words, the area of the unknown unsafes, is so small I'll still be acceptably safe at a system level, so it's okay to stop the analysis and move on with deployment.